Hi guys, I'm Amy. So today's video is going to be another Depop video, but this one's going to be where and how to get stock. So we'll just jump into it now. So I've got my little list that I'll be using because I've just got a terrible memory. So we'll get started. So the first thing that I've got written down is to take into consideration your budget. So you don't need thousands of pounds to start doing a Depop. We started with £5, and a good way to start is I need to start again. I've fucked it. So a good place to start is your own wardrobe. So like if you've got stuff that you don't wear anymore, just put them on Depop. Like obviously if you want to keep them, keep them. But we started out by clearing like my loft in my garage because I just had so many clothes, which were lucky really. And we just started off by selling them and charity shops, but obviously charity shops are short at the minute, so that's really crap. So it is a bit harder to get stock, but a good place to get stock that I've got on my little list is like Vintage, Spock, Facebook Marketplace. They're all good places to look to try and get a good bargain. We've had quite a few good things off like Facebook Marketplace. We've had some really good bundles from people that just want rid of stuff, so it's always a good thing to look at. Vintage's good as well because it's quite cheap. Spock, that's alright as well. Yeah, meh. It's okay. So the next thing that I've got is don't dive in head first ordering stock. So you need to think about what you're buying. So I've written down here my little things. So think about what you're ordering and take into consideration that not every single item you get will be amazing. Wholesalers are a business just like we are, so they can't just fill bales with amazing stock and send you all great stuff for a really cheap price. They have to send like a mixture of stuff, so you'll get some good stuff, some meh stuff, and you might get some like crappy stuff, but maybe just okay stuff. So don't have like the highest expectations in the world when you order from a wholesaler. So that's why it's always important to look at prices and look around. So don't just find one wholesaler and go with them. Look, see what prices you can get things for, see how much things you can get like per item, because it can vary with wholesalers from like, say like a sweatshirt could be anything from like £6 to like 15. So if you look around and just see what's best for you before you jump in. Don't just buy the first thing you see because it's not always good. So if you are considering a wholesaler, a few things to think about first is just always look at how much you're paying per item, like I said, and then think about your profit after fees and postage. So for an example, you don't want to buy a sweatshirt for £15 from a wholesaler and it only be worth £20, because then you're going to lose, because obviously your postage, your fees, it's just not worth doing. So you need to be thinking about that before you actually go into a wholesaler. But I think I've got that written down a bit more here. So the same as what I've just said is always look how many items you're getting in a bale or a box. You don't want to be paying like £1,000 for like 20 jumpers, because it's just going to be so hard to make your money back. But I think I'll go into that a bit more in this list. The more items you get for your money, the better chance you'll have of making a profit. So we started out and we were buying items for like 50p an item and selling them for like £15 to £20, and it's just a good way to start and not lose loads of money. So you don't need loads of money, but you're not risking losing loads either. So that always worked really well for us. Obviously everyone's different, and if you have got the money to spend then that's great, but just definitely look into it first before you do it. So the price you'll pay for unbranded and branded is massive, but the price you'll actually make is not that much difference. Like we've sold like some of the jumpers that we got in our Saeed wholesale bundle, and I'll talk about that at the end. And you get 100 jumpers in it, and they were all about 50p an item, it worked out. And we've sold jumpers on there we had a really cool Michael Jordan one, and we sold that for £125. And the rest we sell for about 20 to 25. Some we sold for 30, just depending on what they are. And then we've had like bales of like branded stuff, and we've priced them at the same price. and we probably had less good things in it. And another thing as well with branded and unbranded is really when you get unbranded stuff, you can't really be disappointed because you don't know what you're getting, and because it's not a brand, it's not necessarily going to be like crap. So if you get like a branded bale and it comes and it's all like, I'm just trying to think of a brand that you don't really want. Like if it comes under like sport t-shirts and you get loads of just like new Adidas t-shirts that you're only really going to be able to sell for a tenner, but you've paid like £15 a piece for, it starts getting a bit too much. So don't think that you have to jump straight in and buy branded stuff. We didn't. We do buy branded stuff, but we still prefer the unbranded stuff because there's just loads of really unique different things. We love like the embroidered jumpers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's so I'm going to talk about eBay for a minute, and I'm going to tell you how you can get some good things on there. So eBay have really good, a lot of wholesalers sell on eBay, but if you get it on eBay, there's not like a maximum spend. So they'll have like a box on for say £100 or £50 and you can just buy that. So that's always a good thing to look at if you haven't got obviously like thousands or hundreds of pounds to spend on a bale straight away. So some things to look for when you're on eBay. I always use a search terms. I use like vintage wholesale bundle, vintage clothes bundle, vintage wholesale job lot, sportswear job lot, like bundle wholesale. Just try sort of anything really that sounds like what you'd want. And I've found quite a lot of good stuff that way, and it's good if you've not got too much money to start with because you're not having to pay a massive amount up front. And we've ordered from people from eBay and then ordered from them from like the wholesale thing after. So it's a good way to see if the wholesale is actually going to be okay. So the next thing I've got is that if you do decide to buy from a wholesaler, there's a few things to think about before you do it. I've already mentioned some of them. So read customer reviews first. So read like Google reviews, Facebook, Instagram, anything like that before you order it, because some can be, you know, better than others. So at least if you're going off customer reviews, you've got a good chance that you're going to be happy with your order. So always read the terms and conditions and the return policy. Obviously, just so then you know if you don't like it, you're not happy with your box, you can return it. A lot of wholesalers don't let you, but some do. It just depends as well on the like items you've bought. We've never really had any bad experiences with wholesale. We've always been quite lucky, but I think we always spent like a little amount of money rather than loads, and as expectations weren't really high, we sort of like were just happy with whatever came. And then always read what grade the clothes are. So obviously grade A is like really good condition, and then grade B. So grade B is just marks mainly. It's not really holes, it might be little pulls and marks. But we've sold loads of grade B stuff and you can get it for like really cheap. So it's really worth doing. But just make sure that obviously you don't pay the same price as you would for grade A, because grade B is not as good. So now this is probably the bit that you actually want me to get to. So the wholesalers I'm going to talk about. So wholesalers we've used, so I'm just going to mention them and then I'll say our experience with them. So the first wholesale company that we actually used after eBay was the Vintage Wholesale Company, and we ordered some track jackets. I think we only ordered from them once, and they were fine, they were a good price. I think we paid like £80 for quite a few. So yeah, they were good. They've got really good reviews, so yeah, I would recommend them. Next is Vintage Bros Wholesale. So we actually went to their warehouse a few times and hand-picked his own items, and it was okay. Yeah, it was good. And then we ordered sweatshirt bundle, hoodie bundle from their Instagram. And that came and that was like, we'd not picked that, and that was great. It was fine, yeah, really good. Got some really good jumpers in it for a good price. So Instagram's always good to look on, because if they're having a sale, they'll probably post it on there before they would anywhere else. So yeah, I always check Instagram. So the next one I've got is Said Vintage Wholesale. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. So we've used these quite a lot. We have only ordered the unbranded, unsorted sweatshirt bales from them. We've not ordered like anything where they handpick it, but they've been really good. So we pay like, I think now the bales are about £100 for, I think yeah £100 for 100 sweatshirts. So you get a lot of like cute embroidered ones. You do get some branded ones in it, but just don't sort of expect that. We've been getting loads of really cute ones with like little collars and embroidery, and they'll sell for £30, so for 50p, no, a pound, it's worth it. So stop it. So with the unsorted bales, you just need to bear in mind that because you're getting 100, so they're £1 each. I'm gonna murder Jamie. If you get I'm gonna kill you. So right, so if you order right, I'll start again, I'm ready. So if you order a wholesale bundle, an unsorted one, sorry, just expect that not everything's going to be amazing. So because you're getting everything for like £1 an item, they're going to send you like, you'll probably get maybe like 50 good items, and then maybe like 50 meh-ish items. We've never had any like bad experiences with it. Everything we've got we've always been really happy with. We've had some really cool jumpers that have sold, like I said before, for quite a decent amount of money. But yeah, don't go into it kind of thinking you're going to get all like Nike spell out jumpers for £1, because you're not going to do that. I mean, it'd be great if you could, but it's just not how it works. So yeah, I definitely recommend Said Vintage, if I've said it right. Yeah, I'd recommend them, no problems. The next one I've got on the list is Fox Vintage Wholesale. So we actually ordered from them on eBay, not the website, and they were good as well. I can't actually remember what we ordered. I think it might have been some track jackets or jumpers, I can't remember. It was quite a while ago. I don't know if we ordered them for when we had the shop, but we had no bad experience with them. Everything we got we must have been happy with. I can't remember anything bad. So yeah, it must have all been good. I know that they do, I know they've got the website as well as their eBay, and their Instagram as well. I think we follow them on Instagram. And the next one we got was from eBay again, and it's Lima Vintage Wholesale. So we've ordered quite a few times from them, from eBay. They do have quite a lot of good grade B bundles, and all the grade B bundles we've had have always been like really good. Like, they've not come with massive rips or anything like that. Some of them need like a wash, some of them are fine, some of them might have like a tiny little pull, but for the price you pay, it's really worth it. So yeah, we've just got good things to say about them. And then the last one I've got on the list is Vintage Folk. So we use these, and we followed them. I think they followed us on Instagram, and we followed them and messaged them for a price list, and then they emailed it, and they send us like a different, it's like a kilo price list, and they do all sorts of different stuff. So they do like, you can get a branded mix, like a sweater mix, a hoodie mix, track jackets. When we were ordering from them, we got they did a grade A bundle, and I think it was like a kilogram for £16. So I think you got like 2 or 3 items for £16, but the items they'd send you were really good, and we were always really happy with them. I can't remember what else we ordered. I know we've ordered jumpers, but everything we ordered we've really liked. It sold really well, no problems at all. So the only thing I'm going to say about wholesalers is obviously don't go into it expecting too much, because and it's gonna sound bad, but they're a business as well, so they've got to do, they've got to make it worth their while as well. So unless you're getting like a really crap bale and it comes and it's just crap, it's all like ripped or whatever, and it's supposed to be grade A, then yeah, then complain. But if you get, like a mix of okay stuff and really good stuff, then it's just kind of how it is. And that's why it's always important to think about how much you're spending. So like, if you're going to spend £15 on a t-shirt, you need to be prepared that that t-shirt might not be worth £15. so it's just always good to just look around and before you do it and dive in. Right, so I think that's all I've got on my little list. So that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you liked it. If you did, if you could subscribe and like. I am going to be doing more of these Depop videos. But if you are here for the more fashiony ones, I am still going to be doing them. My next video is going to be a Ron Wee haul. I have started filming it, but I've not finished it yet. But I got some really good stuff in that. So yeah, that's the end. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video if you want.